Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I want to talk about accessory placements. Most people, when they are creating a room, create and place the larger elements first, and that's exactly what should be done. And as they go and they try to pull this room together with accents, this is where most people will drop the ball because it really is an art form to not only selecting the proper accent for the area, but also placing it. And if you've been with my channel for a while, you'll know that one of my main mantras is everything is the art of placement. It doesn't matter where you buy it or where you get it. Most people, when they're trying to finish up a room, feel that it's like a hurry up and, collect everything and just kind of place it and see if it works. When really it needs to be more curated and gathered with time. But of course, yes, you can find your pieces just to have like what I call temporary placeholders until you find that one piece that really exemplifies the space and place it there. But either way, I really want to concentrate today on dining room tables. Dining room tables is the one area where I think that I've seen generally across the board where it's not really done correctly. A lot of people approach it from a one and done, and this can be true for I would have to say like small rounds, small ovals, things like that. But if you're really looking to level up the game on your home presentations, you need to really also level up the game on accessory placement. It's not just about calling it a day, placing one item and calling it a day. As far as modern presentations for dining room tables, we are either using too small, one and done, outdated looks, very grandma, but not in a good way. Either also too high or just not using the proper balance of the scale of the table. So as I said, for small rounds and small ovals, yes, you can easily create that one and done. And what I recommend is finding something that's proportionally a little bit larger than maybe what you're used to working with. Because when we do these small elements on the center of a table, it really kind of happens to get lost, and it really kind of loses its not only flair but impact at the same time. And that's what you're going for here, is that you're going for a statement. All accessories really should have a statement quality to them. They're there for a purpose, not just to hold the piece of furniture down. And a lot of times that story, which is huge for a dining room table, is to make a major story, because that's exactly what you're doing. It's a surface standpoint, so of course you want that impact. And one of the ways to do that is to first of all recognize what type of ceiling fixture do you have. If you have a ceiling fixture that's a drop, very large drop pendant, or a very large drop dining room fixture, then you don't necessarily want to create height there, because they're going to fight each other. So in this case then, if you have a large dining room drop fixture, my recommendation is to do a 2-point or a 1-point. And if you like large statements, such as myself, I love a good large dining room presentation, tabletop finish. I love to do them off center. I like them to have the branches, kind of just read into the negative space and just make it something that's really optically drawing my eye into that space. So if I'm going off center, I might use one or two elements with that larger piece. If you're running the length of the table, you want either a one and done long element, going for a 2 or a 3-point presentation. Try to keep them symmetrical and balanced. If you're doing asymmetrical, which is the off center, then of course use varying heights, textures, and depths. That's really where you really draw the eye and create the interest. I am not a big fan of silk flowers. So if you're can't go outside to the garden or the local area you're at and get some tree branches to do some really spectacular visuals in a vase, what I would recommend is that you go to this description box below, one of my ultimate favorites, which is preserved branches, preserved eucalyptus. These things are my number one. I absolutely love these. In fact, I had a studio up north in the Chicago area, which I worked with these exclusively. They are amazing. In fact, I still have them predominantly throughout my house. They make incredible dining room arrangements. They make incredible arrangements for actually all aspects of your space. So just go to the description box, hit the link, and you will find them. Besides working with accents, there's a huge drive right now to return to tablecloths. Personally, I don't like the tablecloth on for every day. I think it looks kind of dated. I love a good tablecloth presentation from when you're entertaining. But the one thing that absolutely will make or break your table when you're either entertaining or for every day, however you like it, is the way that tablecloth hits on that specific table. And the worst thing I think you can do, please stop doing this, is when the tablecloth is almost looking short-sheeted on the table. A tablecloth has to have an elegance. That's why you're placing it there. You're creating another layer of texture. You're creating another layer of interest. So one of my great hacks, and just to remember going forward, is no matter where you buy your tablecloth from, they could even get it from, vintage collections, from either passed down to you or just things that you found that you absolutely love and you want to use it on your table. But start with the skirt first. Place an underskirt on the table that goes from obviously the tabletop to the floor. So you can get these into, like get a white one for maybe just general use, or get a white in a beige, or a white beige in a black. Basically, what you're trying to do then is take then the tablecloth, that vision that you want for your specific setting at that time, and you use it as the topper for the table. That creates the ambiance of the table. That creates a modern, fresh feel without looking like, not cute. Let's just leave it at that. And for those who really are into runners, and I love runners myself, but try to place them in a fresher way. Do not run them down the center of the table and be done. I think it just looks really, really dated, and as I say in general, it's just not cute. And please stop rouging. The rouging is distracting. It looks imbalanced. It is not a current look at all. What I recommend is, if you're really into runners, is to run them the width of the table, not the length of the table. So if you have, for instance, a table set for 6, you use them on the 4 particular place settings that are on the side. So you run 2 down the width, and then you do what I like to call like the single setting cloths that you place at then the heads of the table. And that to me really brings a more fresher, modern look to the fact that if you're wanting to use the tablecloth runners, it just gives a more elegant feel to the table. So I think that pretty much covers it for the dining room table. So stay tuned for more accessory idea placement. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment below. And also to click on these videos that are being offered to you, because it really helps you to continue to master your space and create the look that you're really looking for. And with that, we'll talk to you soon.